Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are all well, my beautiful goblin court. I should have put this in the chat and forgot to do so. Today, I've also just remembered that I've not set up my phone. Today, I'm going to be drawing, it's not very summer themed, in fact, it's very much winter themed. I'm going to be drawing a cute little pug in a knitted hat. I hope that you guys can all see my sketchbook and hear me. If not, oops, we'll need to fix that. But let me know in the chat. There should be both verticals. There should be vertical and horizontal. If there's not, I'm going to be very upset. But it should be both. Is it not both? Is it just is it just one? That'll be mortifying. Let me have a check out in the back end of YouTube instead of StreamYard. Aha! There are two versions of this stream. One is vertical, one is horizontal. So, I hope that you guys are having a fab day, and yes, very happy Sunday. If there are any Americans, happy day after 4th of July, so 5th of July, I guess. It's how time and numbers work. And yeah, I have had a quite substantial break from live streaming to give you some insight as to what has happened. It is purely that, sorry, I'm just now finagling. It is purely I had some work stuff and then it got really hot. So, but yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to finish this phone setup, and I'm sorry, I had this all planned. I even considered showing my face, but we will start. So in order to make this easier for me to draw on, it's a bunch of my business cards underneath, so a little bit behind the scenes there. You ever order anything, I try and sneak one of these in. But yeah, so does a really, really good job of doing this. I can see someone saying that they're going to faint. I hope that it is not too... Raymond, that sounds like a health thing. Go lie down. No fainting is allowed in my lovely goblin court. Go take care of yourself, you silly little noodle. I'd rather you be, you know, conscious. But yes, so the reference here was a dog with a knitted outfit. However, reading the wonderful Flame Plague creators comment, I've changed my mind. This is going to be, go lay down, Raymond. This is going to be a raincoat. So it's going to be great. And yeah, don't go lie down, you silly little noodle. Right, should probably get going before I start meandering on. I'm thinking maybe if we do a nice yellow raincoat, we should do a really like blue background to balance that, maybe purple. So yeah, the adorable little pupper that I am drawing is not on my screen. Where did you go? Oh, little puppy, where have you gone? I was prepared for this. I was so smug, by the way, of how prepared I felt. Hubris is what that was. And never again shall I have so much hubris. We'll do another download. For some reason it just didn't open up, which is weird, but there we go. But yeah, happy 4th of July to our lovely American goblins. I hope you all had a lovely, sensible day. Oh, and Georgie would be a good name. So if you're new here, what I want to ask, and it's such a silly little thing that we do here at my lovely Goblin Court, is I ask that you come up with a name in the chat, and you can talk amongst yourselves about that. I'll try and not interrupt your chat about names, but if you can come up with maybe 2 or 3 names that you like and agree on as a chat, we'll put that to a vote so you can all have a lovely look. Elevator has guide rail, has asked if I am British. I am actually half Scottish, half English. I would typically dislike when people say that. I have an English accent, but I and myself with my heritage is British. Am British. I am British, half English, half Scottish. So I hate myself. But yeah, unfortunately, I guess we'll do a lovely little dog in a raincoat as a homage to the poor dogs who had to deal with the 4th of July. So we'll see how this goes. You might be hearing some finicking about in the background. I have misplaced my sorry, I'm giggling because I can't believe I've done this. I've misplaced my swatch of colours. So we're going in blind. I use ENMY Markers. It's not sponsored per se. They have given me like some free markers before, but this whole thing that I'm using right here, I paid for myself because I really liked what they gave me. I have a 10% discount code if you are interested. If you are not, that's fine. Like, no skin off my nose kind of thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to shake it up and have some fun. So actually, I'm going to try and move the cable behind me and hope that I don't jerk back violently, and should be all okay. I'm going to try and make sure that my comments are at the bottom. And yeah, we'll get started. So what I am going to do here is just start out. So the way that I draw dark fur is using like purples and blues, just because blacks and greys, it feels quite one-dimensional and monotone. And I love a monotone. If you've seen any of my monochromatic single marker illustrations, you will know, love a monotone. I just want these to be a bit more fun and exciting. So just kind of putting down a base color, which will completely erase all of my hard work sketching this out. So at some point, it's just going to be going with vibes, which, to be fair, is most of art. You practice and practice, and then you practice so much that you forget why, like, you're doing what you're doing. Not why you're doing what you're doing, but you forget the specific techniques that you are using. I think that's really, really interesting. So this particular staffy, so this is a Staffordshire Terrier, I believe. It's got a big staffy smile. So I believe they started out as nanny dogs. Now, any facts that you hear me spout, just take with a pinch of salt, because it's very likely I heard it through the grapevine. I cannot. confirm or deny whether it's all true. So yeah, but I do have friends with staffies, and they are dead sweet dogs. They are also tanks. So that makes it really interesting. So I'm just checking the chat whilst you guys are having a little chin wag. And that sounds wonderful. Staffies are just like silly, what are they called? Silly tanks. Like they are just, if you've ever, so my friend has a staffy, and first time I ever met her, the staffy, not my friend, she ran into my shins and because she was so excited. And it hurts so much. And she's so sweet, but yeah, they are just pure muscle. So yeah, I can see that it's kind of reading as more blue on camera at the moment, so I apologize for that. I'll try and see how I'll post it into my channel afterwards so that you guys can see the actual colors, because it's a very lovely light purple here. And thanks to, oh wow, sorry, I just saw Astrid's dogs. Those sound incredible. A Shih Tzu and a Shorkie. I'm guessing that's a Yorkie and I don't know what that's a cross of. A shark. It's a shark and a Yorkie. And the snoring pups sound incredible. And hello, Demon Slayer. It has been a long time. I hope you are well. Ooh, right. So I don't particularly like that yellow. That yellow is a bit too cold for me. So cold yellows look like, like a lemony yellow. And I am not a huge fan of lemony yellows. In some situations, absolutely. But I am the same color as printer paper. So yellow doesn't really suit me very much. But that's okay, because not everything has to suit me. I mean, I'd like it to, but it does not. If you couldn't tell, have a very pink undertone to my skin. You can see all of my veins. Maybe not on this camera. If I get better at live streaming, who knows? I might get a super fancy camera to stream with, and you can see just how pale and pink and veiny I am. Continue to watch. That's my pitch. That's a terrible pitch. Why would I do that? Oh, hello, Kate. I don't think I've seen you in our chat before. I hope you are well. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining our lovely goblin court. And yeah, Astrid, I'm so glad that your dog is a shark. It's DC who have is it Jeff the Shark? He's essentially just a dog and is friends with Crypto. I got back into DC recently. Oh, and Border Collies, Lover Collie. I'm so glad everyone is sharing the dogs that they have, because that brings me great joy. And yeah, Jeff the Shark, gorgeous. You're going to have to deal with me. I'm very happy to hear that, Raymond. My mouse is playing silly buggers, so I'm going to apologize in advance if I don't pull up your chats. By the way, I'm still here. I'm just trying to, I can't draw and do this at the same time. So yeah, we'll cope with it. It's fine. Toy poodle sounds lovely. So we'll move on to a pink for the tongue. Now, whatever colour we put down, I hope you guys remember this. I don't know why I'm talking to you like this is a lesson. It's not. But whatever colour you put down, it will not be the same colour when it dries. Just unfortunately how this all seems to... Oh, I forgot to shake. Look at that. Can you guys see it? I can't tell if you can see it. And put that. Aha, there you are. Yeah. So maybe not, but basically that is like 3 different colours all in one because I failed to shake it. So we'll shake it on camera, otherwise you just get to hear it, and that's boring. I will say one of the bad points, or like not as good points of the ENMY markers, not a very satisfying rollerball click. I wish it was like more like louder, you know. So we'll go just a little darker on the nose. Yeah, see, so that had like several colours in it because I've not... so I use these pens a lot during these live streams because it's really simple for me to do this. Whereas my alcohol markers are in my main office and it's very difficult for me to stream in there. If you're a regular on this channel, you will know why. If you are not, it is because me and my husband are both gamers and I don't want to impede on his week. He has not, you know, he's not a streamer. He has no interest in being on the interwebs for anything other than playing video games and like lurking. He's a very good lurker. That makes him sound creepier than he is. But yeah, basically what I don't want to do is stop him from being able to have a weekend just because I want to stream. So sorry about that, playing doctor. It's lovely to see you, Dana White. I think it's Dana White. Yeah, you have to give them a bit of a test to make sure that they work. And Flame Plague Creator, I'm very sorry. I did do that just at the wrong time for you. So let's have a look there. So there's some pink in amongst like a light graying for this particular reference. So I think I'm going to do like a pink. We'll see whether this one here works, which is VR4, which would be violet red, but I like to think it's virtual reality 4. We'll just see how this looks. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'm okay with that. It's like they've got a little blush going. And we go over that. I'm gonna have to fix that nose. I did that for nose wonky. You deserve better, little stuff. And whilst I am busy, apparently adding some pinkish elements to our lovely little stuffy here, I shall do the YouTubey things of reminding you to, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe, like, comment. Be lovely if you could watch the whole thing, but no worries if not. But yeah, and then Catbird, that's what a lot of people do, I've been told, is they like to draw and watch, which is very sweet. Raymond, I would love to do that. I just don't know if anyone would go. So according to my statistics, a lot of my audience is over in America. and I think the only place that I could really go properly to do like a decent meet and greet where people could say hi would be London, and I'm a bit reluctant to do that at the moment. But yeah, it's something that I'm definitely interested in. I'm also, if I remember, I keep trying to get into, if people are familiar, people are what's it called? The MCM comic convention is one that I think some of it is that I don't think necessarily they know that my vibe matches theirs. But yeah, I'd love to be able to attend the MCM comic convention as an artist at some point. That would be really cool. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just adding in some of these shadows. And pantomime art. I'm drawing a pug at the moment in a hat. I'm not going to draw a rainbow. It's just not what I'm drawing right now. Maybe another time. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, London town. So, oh, that sounds good. Raymond? Right, so I've let that dry a bit. I'm just going to have another, try and even out some of this colour, because for some reason this purple, I'm wondering if it's just because it's a bit hot at the moment. Which, yeah, as a warning, when it gets too hot, I, much like my pens, struggle to function. And so I will not be streaming on those days because I am not fun. I am very much not fun on those days. I am, yeah, just, ugh. And with the weather we've been having in the UK, nope. I just do not cope well. And in case anyone makes fun, if you make fun, you are getting like muted and kicked. I have no patience for people making fun of Brits for not being able to cope with the heat. People have died. It's not great. But yeah, I also like really struggle at high temperatures. I am built for Britain like 20 years ago, not for what Britain is right now, which is way too hot. So yeah. Right, sorry, I'm just doing the kind of shadows. I might add a little bit of like orange in to add a bit more dynamism to the shadows here, because it feels a bit flat. And I think like a light orange might be good, because I don't really want to delve too cool in the colours. So a cool green, no, a cool yellow is more like a green. So I just don't think that's really where we want to go with this. I think, yeah. The more I look at this, the more I think an orange would really help. Also, gang, guess who didn't shake her pen again? It's me, Ellie, the fool. Oh no! What are you doing, my love? Did you stop recognising my camera? That's very rude. You're not even overheating. Right. Why would you do this midstream, my love? You know better than that. Do I have a different streaming port? I do. And by streaming port, I mean USB. We're having a fun time here, gang. This is definitely not a bunch of streaming issues. Entering. Wow. So great. So professional. Here we are. We're back. Right. Sorry about that. Ooh. We're back. We're back. Don't worry about it. We're all back. We're back. Demon Slayer, I think I would perish in Australia. Maybe if I get like big enough, I can come over to Australia and say hi. And I find that sometimes if I bend a gig, I tend to find that if I am polite with it, it tends to not be as mean to me. I do this with all tech. So I also tend to ask what their damage is. That tends to be a thing that comes out of my mouth towards tech. I think I like that colour. Shake it on camera. Yeah, see, positive reinforcement, I'm a big fan of, because I require positive reinforcement. You are nice to me. I will try my best to do good things. Fortunately, this doesn't. I'm saying fortunately. I don't particularly. I think this is a bit too vibrant a red for what I'm after. So we'll try this one maybe, see if it works better. Oh, that's a okay. We'll see how that is. That's a bit better actually. There we go. Do I like that? I don't know. Might be good for covering up some of those bits. I don't think I like this. Let's try and go over that part. Do, 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 do. I've gone quiet because I'm focusing, which is not the point. It's supposed to be entertaining. Are you not entertained? The answer is probably no, but that's okay. I've got the Chemical Brothers stuck in my head. Right, I think we're going to let that dry because that's a bit of a monstrosity right now. We'll deal with it later. So just reading your lovely chats. I can see you guys are also talking about names, which is cool. Looking forward to see what you come up with. So towards the end, I'll put it to a vote. I'll ask you what you like, and then we'll put it to a vote. So, yeah, I've definitely got the Chemical Brothers stuck in my head now. I do like this dark purple though. That's added a nice amount of dimension, I think. So I can probably go in with that, what I didn't think was going to be a mid-tone and is now a mid-tone. Again, sorry for the parts where I go really quiet. That is me focusing. I'm just trying to make sure I get as much as possible. It's always weird streaming because there's going to be parts where it's like not as beautiful and it's still a work in progress, and someone can just like jump in and see it midway through. Be like, is this it? Okay, I hope not. They do look very cute with the pink though. I might add that pink a bit more elsewhere because it's very delicate and sweet. Maybe I should put more underneath it, pop it at that angle for you guys, because that shows it a bit more. So, excuse me, I'm just putting more business cards for support. What do you think? Maybe a couple more. And by a couple, I mean like 20. Ooh, no, we're not popping out. That's hard to draw on. Like that. Okay. And does that work for? Yes, it does. Haha, that's a bit better. But yes, the business card support network. But yeah, and to Kate, that's very sweet. These streams don't tend to get a lot of concurrent viewers, but the people who are here, we all have a lovely fun time. So I think that's really what's most important. And you can see I am just moving my little camera. But I also don't know how to get more people to watch my streams, you know? So it is what it is. We are where we are. And it's a shame that I'm drawing in my own shadow, but I can't really turn around because the wall is there and there. But that's okay. Now I'm just gonna add some shadows under there. You can also think about it like you were here. Sorry, I'm like, wow, this is very vain. You were here before I got cool. You were there right in the beginning before people knew who I was and that I streamed. I also don't think that art streams are as popular, if I'm being really honest, because it's the whole process and it's just not, I think unless you're after tips or whatever, it might not be as interesting compared to like the best bits. So I get it. I'm also not the most screamy, shouty, entertaining kind of thing. I think a lot of people want to see a human face. And I'm thinking about it, guys. I was setting up today and I was like, oh, do I do an intro that is like me on camera? And I had a look at how I appeared, and I currently look hot and sweaty. and I'm wearing a t-shirt that is not complimentary of my colouring at all. I look like I just rolled out of bed. So maybe not that, but yeah, it's it will be. Oh, where's my? Ah, Demon Slayer. That sounds lovely. I know it must be very late where you are, so I hope that you. Ooh, I hope that this is calming. I'm very glad that I'm. Part of me hopes. Sorry. Part of me hopes that one day I can be one of those creators where people put them on and then fall asleep. Because I think that's a huge compliment. Where it's like your content is reliable. I'm not going to get any kind of weird jump scares. It's just part of the process. Because there have been quite a few. Sometimes I have to pause when I'm really interested in something. Oh, actually, something that's been interesting to me is that so I create, I'm a mobile creator mostly. So I record most things. This is through a webcam and a laptop, so the streaming is different. But if I could do it through my phone, I would. But I saw that YouTube is trying to not be a publisher, which is fascinating to me because I believe they should be. I believe they shouldn't have the legal protections that they do for spouting awful things. And same with Facebook and Meta and TikTok and all of them, because they claim that they are just a platform. So there are different regulations depending on if you are a platform or I think is it a distributor or something like that, platform or a publisher, and also different kind of regulatory requirements, and the way that they have been holding themselves and carrying themselves out has been in the way of a publisher, not a publisher, of a I'm going to get the terms mixed up, which is an issue, but basically they should be facing sort of stricter rules. It was very interesting loading up and seeing them being like, but we don't want to. Help us fight to not be thing. Your stuff might have a shorter reach because of it. And I'm like, well, I'm not massively political on here. I am a political person. I believe people deserve dignity and that we should have systems to protect them. But I am not a political commentator. I just draw. So I do not understand how my content would be restricted. It's just, anyway. Oh, someone has fallen asleep. That's very sweet. I'm just having a little look at the chat. Sorry. Are we calling? Is this a meep to be like we are calling them meep? Or is this a meep as in Pleasure Nerd is ranting? And we need to say something. Excuse me, the birds have been going mental. Can you hear that? Someone's having a fight. right? Not to lean into the meme of it all, but it's morphing time. Right, that's where I end. That's the best I'll ever be. Thank you and good night. Okay, good. Because there are birds fighting outside the window. Cool. I'm liking that so far. I think what we need to do, I'm going to play around with some yellow, get some like little highlights going. See how that, if, how, when that works. Sorry, I'm now like, quickly, we must do the light bits before I forget. This is very cute. Oh, actually, before I get too far into this, we're going to have a blue background. So we're just going to, why did I start? Okay, so give you an idea of what my brain just did. Just started singing "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine." Because why not? A yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. So the reason that I'm quickly doing this is that if, big if here, I do a really good line, like the line arty part, if I do it really well, and then I have to go over with the blue, I am aware that I do not necessarily have the coordination not to mess that up. Because as you can see, I have already gone over bits that I quite liked. But, oh, that's so cute. It's like that out on a rainy day. I'm just, was it the manifesting? I'm manifesting rain and cool weather. Cool for summer. We'll do kind of at the sides to mimic the rain. Maybe at the top and the bottom too. And as a heads up, I'm hoping it's not going to appear on camera, but there is a teeny tiny spider crawling along my set at the moment. Yeah. This little guy here. Having a little crawl. So we've had a guest star. Lucas the spider has visited us, which is incredible because Lucas the spider is such a big internet presence now. I can't believe that such a big star would want to be on my want to be on my channel. Right. Okay, serious question, gang. Do I use coloured pens or do I use black? I'm going to pop this in the chat. We'll do a poll. The way that these polls work, by the way, the way these polls work is that you put a number in the chat. So we'll pop that up. I will start and show. So it seems like people are already saying black. Just put, if you want to be black outlines and stuff, put 1. If you want coloured lines, put 2 in the chat, and you can see the numbers on the screen will go up and down. And in the meantime, I'm just going to try and have a little play about with maybe some of the colours. Let's do white because the white is not very opaque in this set. So I'll have this up for about 5 minutes, and you guys can let me know what you think, what you like. We'll say at 20 past is when I will go and have a look. Maybe if I do like the light purple, we'll do this, and then a bit more of the pink. You can only vote once, I'm afraid. Don't think it counts. I think it goes, you were here and this was your vote. So I'm just going to add just some colour around the nose. They are so cute. I was reading actually that because I'm thinking of pugs now. The Germans, I believe, have bred some pugs where it looks more like the traditional pugs, which have a snout but still breathable, rather than the exaggerated snout that they have in current times for crufts. I feel like staffies should just be judged on how big and gorgeous their smiles are, and that means every staffy gets a first prize. Sorry, I just saw something. We got a beetle named George. Assign the pup named George. His name is Leafy, but might call it Ringo. Staffies are like land hippos. Staffies are just, I mean, so hippos are like legit dangerous. Like they are, if you mess with them, you are gone. No ifs, ands, or buts. Don't mess with hippos. Like, I feel like there's a joke around, like, if you see a hippo in the water, no, you don't, get out. That's no longer your stretch of water. That's the hippo's water. Because for a period of time, I was somewhat obsessed with hippos. I thought they were so cool, and like they've got incredible. You know, I'm going to stop geeking out about hippos, but they are really cool. I think I need to do that eye a little bit rounder. Keep grabbing the wrong colours, or at least what I thought were the right colours, and then changing my mind. Right, there we go. Round you out a little. Round you out a little. Yeah. Oh, Random Queer has said that, fun fact, pugs look the way they do because of selective breeding to be more cute, and our definition of cute is hardwired into our brains because their features are like a baby and we want to protect it. And also, TD Draws 123 says, fun fact, hippos can't swim. They just flop around on the riverbed, which honestly, same. Also, hello, Lux. I hope you are well. Bucky likes beans. Oh, wait, Bucky, Lux. Did your mum order a print where it arrived dented and awful? And Chindave and Pesta, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it. But for real, like, genuinely, like, because I think I know which order that is, and it went wrong. and the post office bent it, and I was really upset about it because it was my first time shipping something like that. That's cool. The world is a small place. Is that, or it's the one? Then I know which order that is. Ah, that was a good print that she picked. Oh, another fact. Crocodiles and alligators sometimes don't swim. They just stretch out their bodies with their little feetsies on the riverbed and poke their eyes out of the water. That is incredible. And then Dragon Fruit asks what my favorite bird species is. Honestly, right now, crows. Love a crow. Okay, so it's 21 minutes past. Everyone has voted. I'm also in love with these facts, by the way. The consensus of 4-2 is that we use coloured lines for this. I may have to go to black lines if this does not work out. But that's okay. We gotta learn. And thank you so much. Oh, I'm going to probably Chindavanus Presta. Chindavanus Pesta. Nope, never mind. Cat, it's okay. There are so many more where I use black. It'll all be fine. If this goes terribly wrong, I'll switch over to black. Don't you worry. So we're doing similar-ish colours. That's not showing up. We may end up just doing black anyway. Depends on how this goes. We'll try with like a light brown then. Yeah, that still reads as black. Let's see. It is brown, but it also reads as black. Let's have a look. Yeah, it reads more brown now. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. I know, Kate or Kat, I apologize. Actually, what would be really helpful, gang, is if you could phonetically spell your usernames. I really, really wish that I knew how to pronounce your usernames. Some people, really easy. For example, Bucky likes beans and TJ draws 123. But sometimes when you've got a long name, I can't tell where one word ends and another begins. So, but TD draws says, fun fact, studies have been done on crows that have revealed that they use adjectives to describe things to each other. And other studies have found that they hold their own equivalent of funerals, which is cool. And I'm glad to know that your name is Kit Kat. I shall try and use that going forward. I have also heard that crows can talk. Thank you, Random Quit. At the moment, the names we have at the moment are George, Pip, Gerald, and Ringo. Is Meep one of the options, or is that people just having fun saying Meep? Because I'm fine with that. Either one is good for me. I just don't want names to be missed. Flame. Yes, but I know you, Flame Plague Creator. Yours is quite easy to split up. It's sometimes, and I don't want to be like, I have it with some of mine. I think I have an account which is something like 3 geese in a trench coat. Is my username. But like, oh, that was a sketchy line. Didn't want that to be so sketchy. Right. So heads up, I'm not going to be looking at the chat for a little bit because I'm going to be focusing on the line art. So I hope you guys behave yourselves. whilst I'm not looking at you, no setting fires, no being mischievous. Well, you can be mischievous. We're goblins. No malicious behavior, okay? Because I can't do anything about it right now. So you can talk amongst yourselves so long as you are respectful and kind to each other. And I will come back and, like a disappointed teacher and or mum, I will dish out punishment when I have the time. No, don't do that. Punishments are just going to be like bans, and I don't want to do that. Because you guys seem to be lovely. I'm having a fun time. I think we can continue to have a fun time together. Right, so this line goes all the way from there, all the way down to the bottom. And then we go all the way back up. And then we stop there. Haha. Lovely. Marvellous. And then we do the other front paw. But yeah, something that I'd like to do at some point is do a live stream where like we talk and you see my face a bit more. I can't do that at the moment because we are hopefully going to be moving very soon. And I have a bunch of moving boxes behind me where I didn't used to. So I am hoping that when we move, and the place that we are hoping to move to, my hope is that I can have a really fun setup there so that I'm not in my living room and we can actually have like a more fun time. But I also understand if that's not something you're interested in. I'm thinking about including it as like the start and the finish. So we'll have, because honestly, watching someone's face as they draw is entertaining. I don't really want to see that. I think that's going to be great for my little ego of seeing my face of concentration. So, but my hope is that I can do something like that and we can have a good play about. Oh, actually, with the idea of a meet-up. So next weekend, there will not be a stream. The reason for this is that on the Saturday, I will be watching My Chemical Romance with a friend. And we'll be going to Wembley. So, if anyone here is likely to, maybe not so much a meetup, and it's very unlikely that you would recognize me, but if you do, say hi. That would be cool. But again, you don't have to. I will be doing that, and then afterwards on the Sunday when I usually do these streams, I will be visiting my grandfather, who is quite elderly at the moment. Not that he's not going to be elderly anytime soon. He is just elderly. But yeah, he lives a little way away, so I will be going up to say hi to him. So I'll be making a post, and I will also stream on a different day to make up for it, because I want to get back in the habit with you guys of live streaming, because I have a lot of fun doing it, especially when the live stream goes well. Plus, I'm paying for the bloody subscription for this, so I might as well use it. Gosh, this is such a cool, and by cool I mean cute little thing. But yeah, I'm helping my angsty teenage self by seeing MCR live. I am incredibly excited. My friend got spare tickets and then asked if I wanted them, so I will be paying her back for that. But yeah, my little teenage self is so excited because I spent so much time. I also remember reading the Umbrella Academy when it first came out, not because I particularly... Ooh, hello, what are you doing? Have anything... basically, I read the graphic novel called The Losers, and the artist from The Losers is is the artist, I believe. No, it's not. It's Gabriel Ba or Bay for the Umbrella Academy, and it's Jock. Anyway, similar styles, and I got really drawn to it in a comic book shop, and then found out it was Gerard Way's thing. So it was great. Really enjoyed that. I always felt really sorry for Vanya. And I've not watched the TV show. But yeah, I knew that he drew a lot of the art. I had that like classic slight obsession with the band, and wanted to learn everything I could about them. And also Fall Out Boy. I love Fall Out Boy. I am unlikely to ever watch them live. I'm not very good in crowds, so I tend to avoid live events, which is okay. But because I'm going with a friend, it feels a bit easier. But like, I went to see Paramore with an ex-boyfriend when I was a teenager, and that was... someone elbowed me in the head and I fainted, and so they took me over the line, and my then boyfriend followed, and he then got incredibly angry at me because he was so close to the front, and I had to go to first aid because I was carried out over the thing. And he was like, "Why did you have to do that?" We were right at the front. And that was one of the moments where I was like, I don't think this person likes me very much. Because I was like, you didn't have to follow. That was your choice. Whereas I am certain my husband would have immediately sprung over the thing without complaint and made sure that I was okay. Because at the moment, he is researching different types of kitchen knobs and handles to find out how I can not keep getting caught on them. Because I keep getting caught on them with everything I wear. I keep just getting yanked back across a room. I had it happen with something really small as well. Just got, oh, that was it. It was a rose bush. A rose bush caught on my jacket and I ended up being pulled right back. That was embarrassing. Anyway, right. So I've kind of done the initial sketchy outline. The way that it's settled in different areas is interesting. I don't really know why it's done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check, and by double check I mean I'm just going to scroll back through your comments, make sure I haven't missed anything fun. Oh, come on. It is. Oh, sorry. What is happening? Right. Sorry, gang. Just lots of stuff. Stop doing this to me, computer. Right. I need a new mouse. Ooh, Bucky Likes Beans is going to a concert. And people asking me, oh, I'm going to have to, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to see all of these things, but because I'm not kidding, my mouse keeps going whoop, like I'll be trying to scroll and it will just go off to the side. I do not know what's going on with this mouse pad. So I'll go back down. All new names, that's going to be fun. And just you guys being silly, I love that. And people being confused. I was a big emo when I was a kid. And by kid, I mean teenager. I want you to hide the current comment, not do all of that. Sorry, you were doing very well. You are all wonderful, beautiful goblins. I love you all so much. Right, stop misbehaving, laptop. Do you know what? I will come back to this afterwards. It's not doing what I wanted to do. If I know I can screen share and show you how little my mouse complies with me. So what I'm going to do now is play around with our favorite white pen and see if I can add a bit more color and probably play around with some of the, we'll do that first. We'll play around with the yellow first. So, whoop. And now my stream is not refreshing. Come on. You guys were perfect. You guys are marvelous. My lovely goblin court. Yes, you are all very, very normal, very sane. Definitely not silly little beans. Right. So something I really like doing is just adding texture with like lines and like different colors. I found this when I was doing the cats in boxes. Okay, now we do the mischievous white pen. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so my other one stopped recording, which is a little bit rude. Let's go back. Let's delete a very old video then. Oh, and it is incredibly hot. Let's go all the way back. I know you can delete. Right. Sorry about this, gang. Oh, we'll just delete one of the hour-long ones. And then... So this is truly thrilling. I understand Thank you. There you go. 6. That only got 6. Whatever. Right. So we're going to do the white part now. So for some reason, oh, you have decided to dry up. This is an interesting development. I could have done this the whole time. Whoops. That's on me. And the heads up. I just glanced at the chat and saw you guys being nonchalant. That's not worrying in any way, shape, or form. Definitely not. You're just the most chalant of people. So let's add the white there. Maybe like a little reflection there. Like a little bit over there. And then I think I might darken the nose a bit more. Because, yeah, sorry, I realise I'm not talking because I'm busy trying to focus. It's a terrible thing. I should never focus. It's so cute. But I do think I need a bit more black. Need a bit more black. Yes, that's a normal sentence. So you'll see I'm doing a few little V's. This is to show the water bouncing off, because at the end what I'm going to do lots of horizontal lines to make it easier to that's the wrong word, pleasure nerd. I was going to say easier to destroy. That is not what I meant. What I meant to say was not that. What did I mean to say? I meant to say that. Oh, rain. Rain is what I'll do with that. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Right. Sorry, I again am trying to get some extra space on my phone because I'm recording this. There we go, I think, I hope, maybe. That one. Oh, 5 minutes again. So I'm going to go back and go in with the dark for the nose. So, and my lovely Goblin Core, I'm very sorry for not reading your chats, but I've seen that you don't really want me to. You like being mischievous little goblins. So I will respect your privacy and read this entire chat once this thing is done. And dish out punishments accordingly. Oh, they're so cute. Right. I also need to do something about this tongue. Because I feel like, let's do it with that on. Hopefully that reads as more of a shadow. Yeah. There we go. It's a bit muddy at the moment. So let's try, we'll do the orange that is not really an orange, it's more of a red. We'll try that, this one. Because that dried down very red. I'll just add some little lines as well. There we go. Definitely in there. That's where we're going to go with that. Maybe a few lines up here. Yeah. And then I'm holding the light purple here. So I'll just do that down there. We've got a tooth that I missed there. We've got some teeth back here. And because they're in shadow, I'm not going to make them white because that will bring it too far forward. And then that there. There was some light at the side here. I want to kind of recapture. Maybe with this one too, because I think I've overdone the highlights. Clip that, gang. Pleasure nerd for the first time in her life. I think I overdid the highlights. We shall see if I can get this a bit more. This is when I am absolutely going into the weeds with this, and I shouldn't. So I'll stop there. We'll do a bit of highlighting. Not a crazy amount, but enough that it looks a smidge more real than it does at the moment. The thing with short-haired dogs is they just, when you draw them, they just look so smooth. You don't get as much texture with their hair. I'm wondering maybe if I go in with the black, maybe. I'm feeling like it's being lost a little. Let's try it around there, because I think the paint absorbed the fine liner and made it look weird. So I'll just go in a few areas. I can see you, chat. You're having a whale of a time. Off you go. Have fun. Oh, actually, something that might be of interest to you guys is that my video about the YouTube workshop, it was one of, I think they're called the Sidemen. But the fellow was, I had not heard of them before, but a lot of people in that workshop had. And I did not find his talk particularly helpful. You couldn't tell by my short. But that's just between you and me, okay? All 16 of you and me. We're not going to put that anywhere else, please. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube or weird feral fandoms, but you just, if he even did stuff for himself at the start, it did kind of read that like he was pulling up the ladder behind him, whereas the other workshop I went on the same topic. So the topics were around like how to make money from YouTube outside of YouTube kind of thing. And very rarely applies to me with these workshops, but I do like attending them because they are incredibly, for me, I like learning. I find even things that I know I'm not going to use, I like learning about it so that if I ever need to learn about it, I know what to do, kind of thing. And they were talking about like franchising and doing things that were not YouTube, and like I think they had like a burger or some kind of food business that had some issues because they used ghost kitchens, and that was a lot. But it was really interesting seeing the difference between that creator and someone who, albeit gives financial advice, so that's where a lot of that, it's a very lucrative business on YouTube. One of the highest earning ones is in the financial sector, but yeah, it was such a weird vibe. And I understand that the workshop was about, you know, going down things outside of YouTube and using your community for that. And I don't know, A, it felt a tad icky, and B, yeah, whereas the other lady, a smaller creator, answered questions really well. She had some fans within the chat, and it was really interesting seeing her talk about it and actually give advice on what she's been doing and how she's scaling up, and you know what that entails and why she made the decision to go full-time. No, that particular workshop, incredibly helpful, whereas the other one, he didn't seem to know very much. Just watching the chat. Guys are so sweet. But yeah, I guess you can't please everyone. And what was it? They called their platform multi-genre, something like that. And so I finally went and had a look and was like, oh, not remotely related to anything that I can do. But yeah, I think this particular niche of drawing and doing arts and crafts has a certain audience that is less, it's not just entertainment value, it's also educational, and that is a tricky needle to thread. And if you couldn't tell, I'm trying really hard to focus, and I'm not sure if I'm doing a good job. We shall see. I don't know why I start whispering when I focus. like the concentration might disappear. I think the coloured lines were a lot more subtle, but I am where I am. I feel like this has helped develop the face a bit more, which is nice. Do some dots because staffies will have freckles. Okay, I'm gonna play around a bit more with the white and just add a bit more texture. Oh, someone is leaving. Flame Play Creator, have a lovely time. Stay hydrated, as you also said. I hope you have a lovely afternoon, evening, bedtime. You're Australia. Have a good night. I wish you the best. Godspeed with your dreams. There we go. Right, I'm just gonna do some white texturing again because, oh no, this is my favorite part. I like doing this bit. Say favorite part. I think my favorite part is actually the coloring. I believe I am just a painter at heart. There we go. Oh, that looks lovely. And then we go in again. Yeah, I like that. And then texturing down there, bit of texturing there. Could not tell you why I love doing it like that, but here we are. Right, so we'll do some just diagonal kind of oh, that was wet. Oh, let's do it that way. But also, I think it looks like staffies have like black whiskers, not white whiskers like cats. Oh, these are, oh, idea. So all the small ones are in the background, right? Because they're far away. Lovely. And then, oh, as a, so I can't, if someone has the list of names, I will put them in because I think we're coming to the end of this drawing. So I can't remember who was keeping tabs on them. It might have been Flame, or was it Ben? Bendigig. Right, chat. I'm gonna have to scroll up and find out the names. I believe it was Ringo, Meep, George. Was it George? Ringo, Meep, George. You guys have been having a lot of fun whilst I've been drawing. It looks like Unicorn Pup joined and disappeared. Horatio, welcome. Bled Reaper. Wow, you guys just went to town. But yeah, I am. Maybe I'll post it. Oh, sorry. Maybe I'll post it in the community of my outfit. It will be very different to all of my other stuff, so I apologize. I have to go right back up again. So it was George, Ringo, Meep. You guys being absolutely fucking feral. Excuse my French. Oh my gosh. You guys. I look away for 15 minutes. Right. Okay. I'm so sorry. I am still here. I'm here. I am just trying to... I need to get a proper mouse for this, is what I am learning. Right. I have only found... Right. At the moment, it's George, Ringo. I've got it. Fine. New poll. Ringo. George. Meep. So the way that this works, if you are new, the way that this works is that you put the number of the one that you want to see. So 1 for Ringo, 2 for George, pardon me, 1 for Ringo, 2 for George, and 3 for Meep. And whilst you guys do that, I'll give you another 5 minutes. I'll see if there's any other things that I can do with this, because I do quite like... Maybe if I do like a fine, like a jelly roll, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, gang, something that's fascinating to me is that when I stop paying attention to you guys and you start being feral in my comments, I get substantially more views, and then as soon as I start paying attention, people drop off. And I think it's because I stopped drawing. So it might be that I need to get a mod or something. I need to have someone help me out with maybe finding and keeping questions, so that when I am able to pay attention, I can answer those in a way that is helpful. Because I want to be helpful. I want to be a resource. I want you guys to feel comfortable creating. I've kind of been having a bit of a think, partially because I saw, and I know Lux, you are in the chat, I saw Lux had made a lovely short of their process of drawing me, which was incredible. The painting is gorgeous. I'm just so impressed. and seeing them paint it, and then I went into the comments, which I appreciate is probably the worst thing to do, but seeing people being so lovely genuinely made me cry. I had been having a day where I was like, why should I even continue? Like, I was just throwing myself a little bit of a pity party, let's be honest. And it made me feel incredible. So yeah, I think I just want you guys to feel confident in drawing, and that, you know, artists don't always know what they're doing. And I do want to share what I know with you guys, because I think it's fun. Art should be fun and whimsical, which I feel like is another word for fun at this point, but it should be enjoyable. It doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be political. I mean, it is naturally as its default form, but you don't have to make on the point kind of things. Oh, someone's off. Lovely seeing you, Raymond. I hope you feel better soon. And don't give someone a lift if you're feeling lightheaded, you noodle. But yeah, thinking about like probably figure out modding and stuff. And then at some point, I think it might have been Raymond actually. Someone in no, it was Callie in the chat a little while ago said that they would love to have like a Discord server. I don't know if that's something that you guys are interested in. That would take a lot of energy to mod, because I understand that certainly a lot of you in this live stream are underage, and I want to make sure that you are protected from horrible people. So yeah, we will, if it's something you're interested in, I shall try something, see if that is something that will work. But at the same time, I don't know if that's splitting the community, because you guys are very active in the community tab, and it's lovely to see. I'm not gonna lie, it's warms my heart whenever I see it. So also, I realized I'm doing stuff and not explaining it. I realized I need to add shadows, because this is feeling a little bit flat in some areas. So I'm taking a fine liner and just adding some of those shadows in and adding a little bit of texture to just make it just a little bit more interesting. I'm using a brown for this part because a dark orange is basically just brown. And I've mixed up my light sources again. Bugger. Ah, fuck. I mean, damn. Oh well. It is what it is. We'll get some padded lighting for absolutely no reason. Right. Oh, that'd be lovely, Bucky. I'd love to see that. But yeah, I don't want you guys, I've noticed some of you seem to be on a path of trying to dox yourselves, and I don't want that. I want you guys to be sensible on the interwebs, because not everyone is friendly, and I don't want that to ruin your fun. I don't think the actions of a few people should ruin it for the many. I do just want you guys to be safe, because I do not think I could ever forgive myself if something were to happen from my community. It would just be devastating. So, no self-doxing here. keep doing the freaking light source. Right. That's adorable. Oh my God. Right. We are finding out. We are finding out who won. Oh, it was close, gang. So, 8 of you voted, which is wonderful. So Meep is 3rd with 1 vote. Ringo is 2nd with 3 votes. And George is 1st with 4. So I'm going to stop the poll and hide it. So our lovely little bean today is called George. So I will write their name here. I'm just trying to figure out what colour. I think maybe that purple I was using. That's a cute. And George will be gender neutral. I can't decide if they are a good boy or a good girl. George. Right. So let's. Oh, I think that is the best angle I can get. We'll take the clip off. Envy George. George the silly. They are a very silly pup. I agree. I love that. And I just want to say thank you, my wonderful Goblin Court. As always, you are marvelous. And sorry, I'm just like, he's so cute. Or they are. For some reason, now it's George. My brain's gone male, but they're so cute. I just want to pinch their cheeks. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. It has been incredibly fun. I'm sorry that it's taken me so long. There will be no stream this Sunday, but I will try and move it to a Friday or a Friday or the Monday. So either side of the weekend. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If you are American, happy 4th of July Independence Day. If you're not American, have a lovely weekend. And yeah, I hope you have a good time, and I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If not, don't tell me. No, have a lovely time. I love you guys so much. My beautiful, wonderful Goblin Court. You are dismissed. Thank you.